Dude just told me online that he could never do a half marathon. I want to tell you guys something, and I don't think I've talked about this enough. Two things, actually, that has to do with running this half marathon. I couldn't walk 2 years ago, January 1st. My first day on the road took me 24 minutes to go a quarter mile. Broken back, opioid addiction, all of that, pain like you can't imagine, heart fluttering and racing to 150 beats a minute while I'm standing still. Nightmare. I couldn't get anywhere. I had to sit down 3 times. Terrible. But I set a goal for myself and said, I'm going to keep going. So when I never said to myself I couldn't do something. I said, I'm going to work towards doing it. I may not achieve it, but I'm going to work towards doing it. So I would never say I can't. Never. I never say I can't. The other thing too is that on these things, you guys would be surprised at the size of the people that are out there. And I talk to a lot of them. I love it, particularly as the race started to wind down. And as I've talked about in some of the earlier videos, Kira and I, my daughter that was with me, we kind of fell apart. Kira's calf gave out on her in mile 9. Mine gave out on me about a mile 11 or 12. So we kind of walked through the finish line with a bunch of other people that were walking through the finish line. And I'm telling you, there were 5'5" girls that weighed 225 pounds out there sweating their butts off, staying with us. Got it done. A couple of them took off ahead of us and got it done. Older people, 60, 65, 70 years old. This one guy's maybe 165, 70 pounds, had a little hitch in his get along. Little lady looked like she was born with something, couldn't quite swing her hips right. She just out there going to town. She finished. All sorts of sizes of people. And here's what you learn. Is that when you challenge yourself to go do something like these people did and you get it done, all of a sudden the big things seem smaller and the giant things only seem big. What you can accomplish by putting your mind to something like a half marathon and getting something like that done, particularly if you're obese, overly heavy, out of shape, Jerry, I hate running, all of those things. As soon as you tell yourself you're going to go do it and then you get it done, there is no high like crossing that finish line. There is no high like finishing a half marathon. I've done 2 10-milers and I've done 3 half marathons. And there is nothing but in the last 14 months, from not being able to walk 2 years ago, in the last 14 months, I'll say it again, 2 10-milers and 3 half marathons. Now, that challenge for myself is what has propelled me on and forward in what I'm doing with my health on a continual basis. It always does. And I have another one coming up in April, another half marathon here in Nashville, Tennessee. Shout out, anybody want to come in and do it with me? Let's go. Great time on this video. I'm just thinking of that. Fantastic. This is my point. Just say you're going to do it. You got 2.5 months. Let's go. I'll give you a little training. DM me. We can talk. We'll walk half the thing. I don't care. Come out and do it with me. And however much we got to walk, we'll walk. However much we can run, we'll run. The point being, there are people out there you would never imagine finishing half marathons, and it could be you. Just go do one. Yeah, I hate to run. No one hates running more than me. I got asked yesterday in the sauna, why do I do half marathons if they suck so bad and I hate them? And I said, that's why. You answer your own question. Because they suck and I hate them. And so I want to go do hard things. And for me, a half marathon is a hard thing. You say, Jerry, why not do a full marathon? Because I'm not here to hurt myself. And with all of the physical limitations I have, I don't want to take a chance. I throw myself into AFib because I don't get enough water. I might hurt a joint, hurt a bone, hurt my knees, whatever it is. I don't feel a need to prove that. If I did, I would. But the half marathon for me is from here to the moon as far as I'm concerned. And as long as I can continue to do them, I think I'm going to be just fine. Remember, I'm not trying to do things that are going to get me hurt. I'm trying to do things that are going to get me healthy. Number one way that people over 50 get hurt during exercise is running. So even on my marathons, I do 2 minutes for running, 2 minutes for walking back and forth, maybe 3 minutes for walking and 2 minutes for running, whatever it is. But it's a nice pace, get the thing done in about 2.5, 3 hours, and away we go. But any of you guys could do them. Go and look at some of the videos of people finishing these races, and you will see people that look just like you and just like me, just normal, everyday people, 200, 250 pound, 275 pound girls in particular. I don't know, it's 3 or 4, 250, 300, 325 pound dudes that are out there and finishing Think about what's going on in their heads. Opportunities are everywhere. You got to go get them. There's one right there. Come on out to Nashville. Let's do it in April. Last week of April, I think. It's called the Rock and Roll Marathon. Go for a walk.